Hey everybody, it's Laura from Budget RX. Today we are cash stuffing for the second week of October. Just a quick introduction. I'm a 43-year-old physician. I'm studying to be a pathologist, which is the kind of doctor that makes the diagnosis, usually from tissue or lab results. So your personal doctor doesn't always make that diagnosis. They get that diagnosis from a pathologist. So that is what I'm studying to be. Now, I don't get full doctor salary yet because I'm a resident. So I make $80,000 a year, which is pretty good for a resident, actually, sadly. But I'm very grateful for it. And I try to make my money go as far as it can in the areas that matter. And that's one of the reasons why cash stuffing has been so helpful for me, because it's made me more mindful and think more regularly about what are the things that are most important to me and making sure the money goes there instead of going frivolously to things that maybe aren't as important when looking back on it. So it's really helped me out a lot. So last week's video, I talked more about my total budget. So if you're interested in that, you can go back and see how much is my rent, how much are my bills, blah, 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 blah. The stuff that I do weekly is more putting money into categories for short and long-term savings. Some of them are more typical, like an emergency fund or saving for my cell phone bill that comes out every year. Other things are more frivolous, like the things I'm going to start with today. Just for fun, we're going to start with my crazy weird categories that you are more than welcome to make fun of me for or ask me about. We'll start with Zodiac. This is a binder that I made where I have a challenge, a Zodiac challenge for each Zodiac month, and we are finishing up not Scorpio, Libra. This will be, I think, the last week that I do Libra, and then we can move on to Scorpio, and I'll be able to take a star from here and put it in my little tracker. Sorry about the fan noise. I cannot control that. Anyway, so this binder, I am saving extra money for my goal to live as long as possible. So for extra tests, for extra treatments, because I would like to live as long as possible and learn as much as I possibly can in my life. So we're going to put $35 into it today. And let's see how much we saved during Libra. We saved 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70. Okay, $70 towards longevity. So where should I write this down? It looks like I already took 40 out, I think. So we'll add 75 to that. Okay, cool. So that is Zodiac, and I do sell these on my Etsy if you're interested. And then I have my Kisses binder where I'm saving in $200 increments towards laser beauty treatments. I have saved, as of this, adding 20, I will have saved $1,600 towards that. So I definitely have enough money to get started on some laser therapy. I want to get this tattoo removed, and I do have some rosacea on my face that has actually been getting a lot better since I've been focusing on longevity. So I don't know, maybe I won't need it soon if I keep up with the things that I'm doing. But yeah, my schedule is really crazy. If you have been around, you know, I have these like months where I'm on, like right now I'm on surgical pathology, and that means I'm working 6 days a week, at least 12-hour days. So I don't have a lot of time to go get treatments done, but it's not always like that. So hopefully I will find the time to start working on this soon. Yeah, so that's Beauty Binder. Then this is a big, like 5-year savings challenge, my 10K. I'm saving for I love trains, and I would love to go on a long train trip. If you've ever seen North by Northwest, a Hitchcock film, ever since I was a kid and saw that movie, I have been obsessed with going on a long train trip where you stay, you know, you sleep in the train and you go to the dinner car and all that kind of stuff. I love looking out the windows and reading and thinking, and so it's definitely my kind of way to relax. So this week we're gonna save $40 towards a long train trip, and my dream one is to do the Trans-Siberian Railway, which goes through like Russia and Mongolia and goes all the way across the continent. But right now, obviously, I wouldn't be able to do that because our relations with Russia are not so good. But I'm hoping in the future they will be better. Okay, so we're putting 40 in. So we're almost done with our next 200. And I did put the 20 in, right? Let's just make sure. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay. And this binder was made by Iris Budgets. She is from the UK. I don't know if she is shipping to the US right now or not, but her binders are beautiful. Okay, now this next one is my craziest savings goal, which is I want to get a robot or like really crazy AI technology someday. And you know it's going to be expensive, especially when it's first released. So my guess is I'm going to need at least $10,000. So it's kind of my goal. So yeah, this is once again going to be another like 5-year challenge, but that's okay because this is a binder full of games and I can go buy new games, put them in and keep going. That's kind of what I like binders like that. That's why I have my Zodiac binder, because I'll be able to reuse it every year. Just go buy new different kinds of Zodiac challenges, but still use this beautiful binder. You know what I mean? So we'll start. Oh wait, we're gonna do $30. Okay. I did forget to tell you how much we started with. So we're cash stuffing $509 today, just so you know. All right, we'll start with the scratch off book like we always do. Let's do this next star. Behind the star is the star, and the star is worth $10. Okay. So we'll put $10 in this one. And then we'll do save 500, which we need a 12-sided die for that one. 12 again, that's what we got last week. All right, cool. We're not gonna have a lot of money left over after this, but that's all right. I am having a lovely Sunday. I worked so hard this week, and today I'm just studying a little bit because I'm studying for boards. I have to take my final like general doctor knowledge exam in December. And being that I'm in pathology, I am kind of far away from clinical medicine, which is more like how you treat disease. I'm specializing in medicine of like what causes disease. What disease is this? You know, identifying the disease and understanding the mechanisms that make the disease. That's what I am going to be a specialist in, not in the management of disease, like how to treat them, what tests should be ordered, in what order and stuff like that. That is more like the doctors that you see in person. So, but that's what this test is mostly on, is on the management part. Like every doctor has to have the basic knowledge of that, which I do have, and hopefully it will be up to snuff by December. But that's what I've been doing. Anyway, so today I did a little bit of studying of that. I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to wash my hair. I'm going to do laundry, but then like watch a bunch of football and chill out. That I'm looking forward to that. All right, so that's 12. Infinity, we do not have enough money for that. And what do we have? We have $8 left. Okay, we can do Wheel of Fortune. We'll start with one die. It's the 69. I think that's Cancer. That's $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 3 left over, so let's not risk it too much there. But we could risk it with planets. I think the maximum we can get on planets is $4, so let's risk it. We need the planet die. the moon, which is $3. Perfect. Wow. Doesn't always work out that way. All right, so this is saving for a robot. All right, so now I'll start with my crazy box with all my crazy savings goals. We'll start with edification, which is like the uplifting of oneself. So learning and growing as a person. I'm gonna put $40 in today. And so now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 180. And edification. And then buffer, we're putting in 10, I believe. Yes, putting in 10. And then we'll color in 2 of these. So now we have $250 in the bank earning interest, 20, 30, 40. So $290. Clean, this is saving for cleaning my apartment every 2 weeks. That's my goal of being able to save enough for that. We're gonna have 40 in here. Okay. So right now we have 100, 50, 70, 90, 210, 230, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 355. That will definitely get us going for a little while. And then we've got hyperbaric oxygen therapy, which I want to do for my skin, brain, and cardiovascular health. But it's very expensive. Okay, so we have 300 in the bank earning interest, 20, 40, 60, 80, 440. Okay. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy. Football. Football is getting nothing. And it has nothing. Holiday boost is getting nothing. Okay. Smell goods is getting $5. Okay, we've got 200 in the bank earning interest, 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90. 290. Okay. And then luxury boost is not getting anything and it has nothing. Puppy has $1,400 in the bank earning interest. I'm hoping next year I can get a dog, but we'll see. We're not adding to that for a while. And then we have Japan. This is probably a couple years out, but I'm keeping it up here and adding to it little by little just so I keep remembering this is a goal. We're gonna add 5, so now we have 50. And this lovely envelope was made by Savings with Grace. I did add this writing to it, but okay. Fine Spirits is getting 10. This envelope was made by Budget with Carly, and I've been very hard on it, so I just need to fix that. So $35 towards Fine Spirits, basically towards getting another case of really nice wine next year. I think that's what I'll probably spend it on, like I did this year. Splurge. We are gonna put the remaining money from my wallet in here. So let's see what that is. I am working on a new leftover savings challenge for like money that I've left over in my wallet each week. But it's gonna be probably a couple weeks before I have that available. Drink, I'm gonna leave. Spend, we have $6, and Be Merry, we have nothing left. So we will fill in what I get to spend in my wallet at the end of this video. But for now, we'll put 6 in Splurge. So I will put that in my spreadsheet. And now we have 106. cool. And then we will do the puppy emergency fund. So I do want a really good emergency fund for my dog when I, already have some good money saved in place, because I just think it's really heartbreaking when people have to go into debt when something terrible happens to their pet. So I want to mitigate that as much as I can. So we are going to put $10 in this week, and that will make it the total $750 so far in this savings challenge. And I got this from Budget with Ira. And then this is one of mine that I made. It's called the Rainbow 250. I also make them in $500. And this is a unique binder in the kind of like modern style of art, I think. With like kind of 60s, 70s style stained glass sort of thing. We're gonna put $10 in so we can finish up this 20. Once I get to 250, then I get to spend this money on whatever I want. It's kind of like relieve the tension of not being able to buy something that you really want. So you get rewarded for like holding off and working on that delayed gratification. We all need to work on our delayed gratification, right? Okay. So that's my crazy categories. Now we can move on to the more traditional, more important categories that I save for. What's going on here? Let's fix this. Maybe it'd be better if I put this one in the middle and we do it. Yeah, like that. Okay. Okay. So we've got emergency. Emergency will get $5 like it does pretty much every week. So we have $12.50 in the bank earning interest, $55.60. Nourish is the money I stuff once a month for groceries and getting coffee beans, and I just pull out of it at the end of the month because I'm using my credit card all month for that. Mint, that's for my cell phone bill. I'm not adding to it because I just paid it. And then Go, this is for transportation costs. I don't have a car, so it goes into like Uber, paying for gas for people, bus, fixing my bike or rollerblades, or getting a plane ticket. Like I think I've gotten 2 plane tickets now out of it. What are we putting in here? 25. All right, so now we have 400 in the bank, 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 81. So 481. Okay, rent insurance. Also not putting anything in here, and I think we have 45. Wellness is gonna get 20. So 300, 50, 70, 90, 405 for wellness. Epithelium, that's like hair, skin, and nails, beauty kind of stuff. We're gonna do 30, except I will admit, like nail polish stuff, I usually pay for out of my hobbies, which we'll get there, and I'll tell you about my nail polish. 100, 50, 70, 90, 210, 230, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 340, 350. Okay, and then Sanctuary is getting 5. This is like stuff for the house to help it feel like a sanctuary. So that's $11 now in here. And then wardrobe, we're putting in 40 because I cannot stop buying clothes. $80. Tech gets 25 a week. Because when you spend tech, it's usually a lot of money, so you should be saving up for it every week, in my opinion. 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 25, 30, 35. Fees, one of my favorite categories. We're going to put 5 in here. And we have 150 in the bank earning interest, 170, 80, 85, 90, 95, 195. Prepared for those fees of life that come up unexpectedly. Gifts, we're gonna get $5 here. We've got 200 in the bank earning interest, 20, 25, 30, 35, 235. And then we have hobbies. Hobbies is getting $4. Okay, so we have 900 in the bank earning interest, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 960. And so I am wearing on my nails high tea hibiscus on this hand, which this is pretty much one of my best colors for my skin tone. A lot of my scrubs are in this color. And then this is new. Oh yeah, and this is from Holo Taco. This is also from Holo Taco. This is a new color. It's a crelly, not a cream. It is called Just Vamping. It was in their Halloween collection. And I also like it, and I like the combo together, but I think it's a little see-through, which is what a crelly is supposed to be. But I think their cream formula is a lot better than their crelly formula, so I kind of wish it came in crelly, but that's what I think. Travel, $50 for travel. And we have, don't worry, a lot of this is getting pulled out at the end of the month. 200, 300, 400 in the bank earning interest. Oh, 450 in the bank earning interest, 450, 470, 490, 510, 530, 550, 570, 590, 610, 630, 640, 650, 660, 675, 675. Yep. And that is that. So now we get to refill my wallet for the week. Oh boy. By the way, please comment down below and say hey, because I have noticed not as many people are commenting and saying hey, and they should all know that I love to talk in the chat. So comment. Okay, so here's where we keep the weekly wallet funds. So week 2, we got some cash here. Let's get out my wallet funds. Okay, be merry. That's like going out, being with people, as we all should. Put 20 in there. Drink, this is kind of like alcohol budget for the month, so I just put like once a month I put money in there. And then my spending, typically when I spend out of this, it's for like coffees at the hospital, so that's $10. And that is that for this week. Like I said, please say hey in the comments, and I will see you next week for the next cash stuffing of the month. Bye.